Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning to you. My name is Fani Reinders. I've got my cap on. I'm gonna retry. Last night I tried to do some little old live coding, but yeah, the network operator let me down. Actually, let a whole household down. We couldn't even watch the Netflix. But it's great to see you. I'm live. I'm very excited to kind of dive back in again. I was like kind of looking for excuse to do some coding this week or maybe today. Hopefully, the demo gods and the internet gods will let us do a bit of coding, a bit of broadcasting, yeah. So if you are new to the stream, what we do is we normally go into the Azure and to the Microsoft Azure and to the .NET ecosystem, hands-on, but it can be any tech. We try to do like experiments and stuff like that. But yeah, normally what we do is like whatever feels great, whatever we have fun with. I think it's good to know that technology should be a kind of an outlet in a sense, but also it should be fun, right? We should be learning new things. We should be doing cool things to kind of solve the problems. So planned for today, actually planned for last night, which didn't go through, was a bit of AI, a bit of Azure. But first, we're going to take a look at the new things that happened during the week. I know .NET 7 Preview 3 has launched. We're going to take a look at that blog post a bit. But also there's a C# 11 update as well. I'm curious to see what happened there. So let's dive in to see what happens. And with that, let's get the show started. For some reason, this whole thing does not allow me to do the whole intro. I need to look into that, why the thing is not doing the whole intro. Let me quickly see what's happening there. This really bothers me. It doesn't really do the thing I want to do. There's a delay there. I see. Okay, that one switches there. Okay, that's fine. But now this one. Okay, that one goes to 10 seconds. Is that 10 seconds though? We're gonna just quickly see. We're gonna be debugging the OBS. Seems to be working as expected. And my friends out there, how are you doing? In the chat here, you can leave me a comment. Please be nice, be respectful with one another. Let's ask questions. Let's get involved. Let's kind of do some coding together. If you would like me to change the music or maybe put it off, maybe just whip up your hand and ask me. This is a kind of a community, right? So we need to kind of do that for ourselves. I like the music in the background. Hopefully you do too. And let's all party together. First and foremost, I actually want to just quickly mention something. So .NET has, I think it's .NET 7 Preview something. I think Preview 3 or something has announced 7 days ago, right? Oh, I actually just need to share my screen. There we go. This has landed April 13th, right? Written by John D. It's on the dev blogs of Microsoft. So let's see what is new in this Preview 3. Previous stream, we did a bit of kind of an ad hoc on what's new in, I think, the Preview 2 or something like that. Or is it Preview 4 maybe out? April 13th was last week. I didn't stream last week, right? So this is the things that has been released. So it's a faster, lighter apps with native AOT. That's ahead of time. And it's out of experimental status, which is very cool. So that means that native AOT can be published with .NET 7, hopefully. So it here it says ahead of time compilation refers to an umbrella of technologies which generate code at build time instead of at runtime. So this means the JIT, I'm not an expert myself, right? So JIT is just in time. So your code is in a certain compiled to a intermediate format, and the runtime reads that intermediate format during runtime, right? But ahead of time, it's really compiled to kind of machine code, right? So it's compiled for that platform so that it runs natively. You don't need a runtime to do that. It kind of runs just as is, right? Faster, quicker, more stable, all that kind of stuff. More stable is relative, but I would say that it's kind of it's better. There's also some pros and cons with these kind of things, right? So I think ahead of time takes more time and that kind of things, but I don't know. Let's see. Prepare apps for AOT. Okay, we're not going to do that today. Very interesting. There's system composition hosting, whatever that means. What is this? The latest managed extensible framework. It's a slight update to align with the previous version. Oh, MEF. That's interesting. The latest managed extensibility framework gets a slight update to align with the previous version. The new API allow adding a single object instance to the composition hosting container. So for those that do not know what MEF is, I did not even before, but it's quite cool. It's a kind of a managed extensibility framework. It allows you to pull in foreign foreign DLLs in your application in runtime. You don't have to recompile, right? So it's a composing mechanism. So it's a way you can have add-ins in your application and stuff like that, so which is quite cool. Startup time improvements for the write ZOR or execute method. There's codegen stuff available. There's some loop optimizations done, some cryptography things, and then targeting just say .NET 7. Actually quite cool that they have this new names for targeting the monikers, because the previous times were like, I think it was WPF plus ASP.NET plus Win7. It was a mess, right? So it's cleaned up. It's framework OS, and if you don't want to target OS, it's just framework. Easy as that. And then of course there's some breaking changes which go. So all in all, I think this release, the preview 3 release, is more on now they actually just say it. It's native AOT, some performance stuff, and some ASP.NET startup improvement that has been done. So actually going down to, I'm actually can put this in the comments in the chat for the folks that do want to go read it out there. Let's go quickly, very quickly, go to my favorite framework in the whole world, which is ASP.NET Core. This is a roadmap thing, but is there also a blog post? ASP.NET preview 3. 7 or something? No, that's there we go. There should be a blog post there. And this was done by Daniel Roth. It's now available. Actually, while that's doing its thing, I'm gonna oh well, okay. ASP.NET and .NET. That's why it's kind of linking to each other. So what's in this release of ASP.NET? So there's a support for root handler filters with the minimum API, which is quite cool. Improved unit test stability. Bind using try parse in MVC and API controllers. There is new results stream overloads. Whatever that means, I have no idea. Improve HTTP 2 performance. New server ready event for measuring startup time. Very cool. Developer exception page dark mode. Very cool. So what more? To install the WebAssembly tools, you just have to install that thing. Upgrade an existing package. You have to retarget it to preview 3, right? That's interesting. So here, support for root handlers, filters in minimum APIs. So what does this mean? In this preview, we introduce support for filters in root handlers in minimum applications. Filters are executed before the code. before the core root handler logic and can be used to inspect the body and modify handler's parameters or intercept handler executions. Filters can be registered into a handler using a variety of strategies. For example, register a filter using the root handler filter delegate. Interesting. So this is a filter on demand that you can create on a root. You can add a filter. There's some logic that it does. I didn't have this before. Oh, this is for minimal APIs. Interesting. Okay. Now you can actually add your filters to your minimum APIs, which is quite cool. Right. Improve unit testability. Okay. Try parse in MVC. And API controllers. So that will mean you can now bind controller methods to the try parse method. Okay. Nice. What is this results.stream overload? Let's see what this means. We introduced the results stream overloads to accommodate scenarios where you need to access the underlying HTTP response stream without buffering. These overloads also improve the cases where API wants to stream the data to the HTTP stream, like Azure Blob storage. The example demonstrates using results stream when doing an image manipulation in image sharp, for instance. Okay, right. You can actually read out a stream without reading out the stream. Very cool. There's some HTTP2 performance, black mode. This is quite cool. Having black mode. One of this is tied to your browser. Because if your browser is black mode, a lot of these sites nowadays kind of infer the mode of the browser. It kind of makes it more kind of seamless, which is quite cool. I'm also going to put this in a little chat there for the folks that want to go read it up more, to see to read more on the ASP.NET stuff. Right, so that's cool. But that's my kind of 20 minutes of, was it even 20 minutes? I think it was like not even. So what we'll do, I know we need to get into more things, more coding and whatnot, but come on, be a bit more easy on me, right? So what we'll do is I really personally want to kind of get my hands into this thing called the Form Recogniser that I've seen in Azure. So it's just Azure Form Recogniser. Just Google that, right? Now what it is, it's a kind of, they've already made a kind of a machine learning model. It's an AI that will allow you to interpret forms, be it a ID document, be it a passport, be it an invoice, be it a business card, be it anything you want, right? So normally we have these handwritten things and you capture it. You pay people to capture it, right? What this solves is a way to take a picture. It's almost like that Office app that you capture a document or stuff like that, but it kind of not just takes the image, it processes that image and gives you a JSON dump of that image, right? That you can actually pull in a workflow. For instance, if you have a system that imports invoices, you can write something that you can take a picture of the invoice, it'll pull in the invoice automatically into your application of choice. So if it's SAP, for instance, or QuickBooks or whatever, you can use that API to load the invoice in from an input like JSON. Now, what this will allow you to do is the Form Recogniser will read the image and give you like a fixed JSON from that. And then you can, from there on, put it into the invoicing system. That's just one use case. Other use case. I don't know if people really do this anymore, but do you, have you ever kind of gotten a business card from a person, right? Here is my business card. And, I need to put it on my phone and all that kind of stuff. Yes, you can argue that NFC is the way to go and all that kind of stuff. And cool, if you have an NFC tag on your business card, you can just tap and go, right? But how cool would it be to just say, thank you, Mr. or ma'am, to take the business card and just snap it, and it's added to your contact list. Just with taking a picture, you know. A lot of other things. I mean, with the whole passport, I've seen it time and time again when you have to sort of apply for a bank account or crypto or whatever, and they need to validate your identity using like an image from a passport, and that's a machine taking a look at these things. And of course, we're not trying to get around potential fraud, right? So fraud will always be there. It's just a way of reading information from the paper to electronic, right? The best way of doing it, if you can read a passport, is by using an NFC tag, if you have the capability. But the idea of this is very cool, because I actually want to also see if you can build your own custom form translator, which is quite cool. Here's an example, right? So this is, I actually want to build this and see what we'll have. So you have this Contoso. Let me just zoom in a tad, I think, yeah. There we go. This little invoice. Oh, there. And then it will literally just give you the key value state, and then how the JSON looks. It's pretty much bounding boxes and stuff like that. And I think when you go all the way down, or not actually, you kind of figure out what this is. So the lines, the text is Contoso. That's the words. Okay, that's all the words and stuff. Let's see. There's somewhere there needs to be. Okay, so this is just a grid. That's not an invoice, because normally you can infer what I've read. Actually, you can infer what it is. So let's just see what's there more. Okay, there's a custom one. So the custom one, using a custom model trained with 5 PDF files. So this is a custom model. So the custom model really is like key value store, which is okay. It's not a strongly typed one, but it works, right? So probably can do the trick, right? So, but the cool thing is they have this other custom one, for instance. What is this one? This is it's quite accurate, I must say. If you have the scan, right, and it kind of comes in. So I suppose this is the key. That's the value, right? Another custom one. What is this one? The list of invoices. Also another good use case. If you have a grid of invoices, you have to capture it into Excel. What do you do? What do you do? We will actually do that. I wonder if we can do that and show you how easy it is with no code at all. We use this, capture invoice, put it in Excel, and voila. Of course, you can do the whole highlight trick, right? Oh, by the way, I've learned something else. So apparently, this is a new update on Windows 11. I think. You know, when you go Shift, let's Shift Start an S or something like that. You can actually, I don't know if you can see my screen. You can actually do like an image like this, right? That copies the image. But I'm sure you can also do Shift Alt S. No, or Shift that one. What will this say? Windows snip, full screen snip. No. Copy text from snippet Windows. It's quite a recent one. Not sure where it was now. Anyway, it was kind of I think it was Control Shift or Alt Shift something. Oh, there we go. There we go. This is Control Shift S. Yes, Control Shift S, right? And this is in a browser, right? It's a browser experience. So it's the Edge, not a Windows feature. It's an edge feature. So you can either capture an area or a full page. So if I say I want to actually capture this, I can copy it. Okay. Then I can open the good old Excel. And I can say, hey, you know what? Paste this for me. Oh, this is an image now. I don't want the image. Paste this for me in as a, what? No. Come on. Not supposed to paste the image. Control Shift S. Interesting. Copy. Let's paste this image. Somewhere I saw it, you can actually do that. I'm not sure what the code is, but you can actually highlight the whole thing and it will get it. Quite cool. Also very interesting is layouts, right? Where's this layout? So it's kind of skew, right? It's hard to see. There we go. And it loads in like this, and yet again, it's a key value store. This actually has a lines, text variable, words. Cool. Now let's get to cool stuff. So the pre-built receipt. This is very cool. So this, if you have a receipt from Contoso Cafe, for instance, and you know, this is also a use case. You want to capture your expenses, you know, then it spits out actually a analyze result, which is this page, all that stuff, all the words. But I also think it spits out. There we go. It spits out a document results. Right? It's a pre-built receipt. Type. Fields. Credit card. All the fields that it has. Transaction date. Text. Transaction time. All the things are documented as a strongly typed object, which is quite cool. I wonder if this one has it though. But this is most probably something else, right? So this is so much information. This is page results. Okay, it's a page results. Another receipt. Also the way it kind of frumbles up like this, right? So JSON, all this stuff it reads, and then here, yeah, I think it kind of see it pre-built receipt type, itemized merchant, Contoso. I don't think it can get the address really. 123 Main. Wow. It can figure out 123 Main Street. Amazing. All right, another layout, quite cool. I don't know if some of you can remember, I was doing this job card program or something that we're still going to be finishing at some point. And the use case there would be kind of, if the internet's gone or they don't have access to the system, the job needs to be done, right? So the people still need to go out to the sites to fix the plumbing or whatever. The way they've done it before the system was by hand, like pen and paper. This will allow them to still do that, but instead of capturing it again, imagine just get a pen of paper, even in handwritten. That's also a thing I want to test. Handwritten stuff. Take a picture and pull it in, you know, pull in. Also very cool. I think this is also a very cool use case. But the cool thing here, I think it here was down somewhere here. It's a ID document, passport. It comes in with these things. It's quite cool. And there's a pre-built, oh, this is the pre-built invoice. So this is the thing, right? So the pre-built invoice, all the pre-built stuff. Why is this not giving me the thing I want? Code, where are you? Oh, that's a bit silly that it cannot open up like that. Well, let's just open up VS Code. And go in there, paste. Oh, it recognizes JSON already. Format, nice. So let's see what's happening here. Analyzed results. Words. Give me 1 second, please. I'm back. Just had to sort someone out. He has a door. Little one coming to say hello. Anyway, where were we? So this is quite cool. So what it does, pre-built invoice like we knew before. Amount due, very simple. Number, billing address. Is a billing address. We're not going to be worrying about these things, right? So there's just a bounding box of where it is. But yeah, this is actually very cool. But I'm very curious to see how. Try it out. Interesting. What will happen if I? Oh, wait a minute. This opens up a studio now. Okay, I've been here before. So it can read extracted, printed, and handwritten text from images and documents. Extract tables, checkboxes, and text from forms and documents. Interesting. And journal documents, so where it can make sense of certain mappings. And there's pre-built models like business cards, identity documents, vaccination cards. I think that's limited access. Health insurance cards, very cool. There's a W2. Okay, this is that form. And this is the custom model. Interesting. I wonder how the custom. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves, but let's see how the whole thing plays out. If we have, let's just do this. I think that's maybe better. Okay. Read printed. Okay, so maybe let's check out the printed text stuff, right? So I think I do have an account here somewhere. Now I need to change my subscription. Right. 1 second. I think I need to change it to that one, I think. Okay, let's try it out. Let's go to, I think, Sandbox or something. Okay. Really got a form instance up there, but you know, it's just literally in Azure. When you create a new resource, you just search for the Form Recogniser Studio. So literally, I just went to Azure, sign in with my account that I have, right? And it was create new resource, form recognizer, done. That's what I've done. Just as simple as it, right? This studio, I think they made it a bit more better, right? So to kind of figure out how they used it. So form recognizer, resources, the Fani form one I've created earlier. I'll use that one. Thank you, Microsoft, for sponsoring my my subscription. So this is quite cool. So this can read interesting stuff from a document, right? So in this case, it's a normal magazine. It looks right, and if you just hit analyze, it brings in these things, content. So it's just text, I believe, right? So it's just text. So in here, it's pre-built read text elements. So there's no context of where it is. So healthcare. Oh, I see. So these are the words even. Oh my. So they break it down further. So they have words, while healthcare still blah, blah. So there's a huge document. And I think it's not so interesting, but it's quite cool how they. Oh wow, interesting. So this is a CV, right? So let's analyze the CV to see what it gets. And I think it's a pre-built read, but still, content Ian Hannison, okay, profile, Lorem. It's also still in. It's just text, right? It's just code thing. Let's just read it. This is not as interesting as I thought it would be, right? But it's still cool enough. What is layout? They said layout gives us context, I think. Pre-built layout. So, oh, I see. It actually highlights it. Oh, I see. Nice. So this table brings up this. So this is like scenarios where you want to have immersive reading or something like that. That could be a good idea, right? Actually click on these things. Summary, content, BL, no. Just unselect it. Oh, wow. I wonder if these things, this is just a normal read. You still need to implement the things, right? So here, in this case, we have text boxes. This is unselected. And adoption papers. So in this case, you have all these letters and words and whatnot. I think down here, add names. Oh, that's the column. So if you can parse it in a way, executor, how does that work? It also recognizes the little colored in box or tick box. Quite cool. Death. Executor. What does executor mean? I don't know. It's quite funny how they read these kind of things. So that's the layout API. Not so interesting. It's a bit complicated. For like an hour's coding, right? It's just a general document, and I believe this is just a big general analysis. Key. Okay, so that's the key and the value is selected. I see. Nice. Table is structured. And in here, nice. This is quite interesting. So it's state unselected. But there's all the states in one thing. So you can probably query. Interesting. Yeah. That's a journal document. Nice. Pre-built models. Invoices, receipts, business cards, identity document. So let's do some invoicing. Now, let's maybe go and see if we can find one. Invoice. Let's look for handwritten and written invoice. I wonder if it'll take this. Interesting. That's not what we want. It's this garage. It won't read this. Oh no. Wow. Okay. Let's just look for a formal, semi-decent one, right? So, okay. This one looks alright. How can I open up a new tab? It's a bit blurry though. Can we get a... Oh, this one is alright, client. This one is fairly... but this is too good to be true, I think. This is your typical invoice. Tax invoice. Belastingfaktuur. I think let's open up this one. This one should work. Oh, this is Afrikaans one. Interesting. Let's save this. My computer does not hang on me. Now it hangs on me. And I cannot do anything. I cannot even post nothing. Edge, come on. I have to wait a while now. I've got this issue on my machine. When is this? I wonder if this whole stamps will actually get in the way of it, because will it know it was stamps? Because it kind of cannot do that, right? So if you want to scan these things, I don't know. This thing is broken. I need to change. Just load it. Restore my tabs. Okay. So let's just use the URL for this. I think it just needs a URL. Really? I just signed in. And it's going to ask me the whole katoot again. Come on, man. Been there. I guess that's one, right? Accept the cookies. Sometimes I get my doubts about Edge. Right, so we're in now, right? So let's go look at the invoices. I need to go and create the invoice. Sandbox. Only form. New. Whatever. I don't get the step. Can't they just incorporate this inside of the portal? Because there's no way that I can see it incorporatable, if that's even a word. Anyway, let's add an image. Right, so my computer hangs when I want to browse a file, it seems. So much happening, eh? It's always pech I'm having. I have to wait a while to wait it out. What if in the meanwhile we could just do this, right? Use Chrome. Like this one. There's something happening. There's something blocking. This is also blocking. This is not working. Edge. Do we have Opera or something? No. Internet Explorer. I don't have any. Why is my computer broken like this? I cannot even do the basic things. Now I'm sitting in a... Yeah, you know. Something with... I know if I exit Explorer, it will probably crash the whole thing, will it? You're still online though. Okay, well. Welcome to my stream where we have 80% of problems and 20% of fun. Okay, how do we run something here? Run. Are we back? Windows 11. Let's just see what happens if I just do this, copy image, save image as. This thing, if I want to save image, it crashes. Maybe Teams can go. What else? SQL Server, what? I don't see anything wrong why it's not working, but fine. Probably the perks of I have to do the whole thing again. Come on. Experience is so bad. I'm sure they'll fix it. Maybe it's just my computer. For some reason. Let's skip some. What's this? Okay, let's just play some stream beats because that kind of irritates me a bit. Right. Where were we? Do not press add. But how's there a there must be an API here somewhere. API, post a question. Form Recogniser, yes. So here somewhere we need to go to the F reference REST API. V3, what? Nice. This is cool. This is where I want to be. Analyze document, get analyzed results. So it's pretty straightforward, right? So we have pre-built read, pre-built layouts, extract text from document, extract text and information from documents. Pre-built document, extract text, layout, entities, general key value pairs. Okay, that's kind of it understands as an image. Okay, it's a document, business card, invoice. So we want to do the invoice thing. Okay. So let's see, testing console. Let's see, we are in Western Europe. Right. Let's do this the code way to see if we can really do this the code way. Yeah, okay. I don't know. So let's see. We need to do kind of this request URL. Oh well, we can actually just we can just do this, right? Nice. So open up VS Code again. I know this is, we can most probably just do this do this in the portal, but I like to kind of do this here. Hopefully it will go HTTP REST, no HTTP, don't have HTTP. What happened to HTTP? This is very cool. So HTTP client, is this a... No. REST client. REST client is interesting, but what's the... Do I need to save it though? Come on. Seriously? It's also gonna crash my machine, man. Anything that asks the file permission for some reason crashes my machine. HTTP. Why can't I do HTTP? That's what I want. I want a HTTP. REST client, come on. What does it say here? Workspace is not trusted. Trust. Jeez. All these things. That's environment. Okay, that's HTTP. Auto detect. Okay, cool. These trusts. Who needs trusts? Anyway, what do we do here? We have all these things, and I think what we can do is set some variables, right? So I think the way we do variables is, I think, host or something. And we say the host is that, right? So we have host like that, and the host is that. But the key thing is here is my host is the one I select here on top, which is somewhere. Yeah, it's actually West Europe. This one. Okay, so that's my host. Double brackets, I think. Yes, great. So form recognizer and the model ID I need. Model is, oh wow, look at autocomplete or Copilot now trying to suggest things to me, you little suggester. So the model ID, what do we need to do first? We need to do an analysis, right? So the model ID is analyze document first, right? We first need to tell it to analyze a document. And we do that by going to model ID, which is pretty much what are we doing? Pre-built invoice. Okay, so the model ID, that's that, right? Pre-built invoice, API version, string index type, text elements. What does that mean? No idea. Okay, let's do that. And then the URL string. So this is the actual URL string of this thing. Oh, wait, this one. Hopefully it will fetch it anyway. Even paste it. There we go. But I think I also need to have console. Okay, model ID I need, but then I need this this key thingy. All right, and this should be token. Let's just call this token. And I know, yes, this is in the stream, blah, blah, blah. Oh. And token, I'll just see if I can hide it in a sense. Doesn't really matter. I will change it anyway. Now I need to go back to, I don't know, La La Land, Azure. Don't get my key, right? That's to go into Azure, do Fani form. And at keys and endpoints, I need to copy this guy. Ooh. This is my endpoint, actually. Maybe I just use my endpoint. Because my endpoint knows where my region is, right? So it will know where to find it. So that's great. Copy my first key. I'll just stick it in here in a way where, let's just stick it in. There's my code, right? So boom. Great. So now you have your variables, you have your model, you have your key, which I will change, by the way. So it will do a post to Form Recognizer, document models, invoice, analyze. Right. Error code. Access denied due to invalid subscription key or wrong API endpoint. Nice. Okay, so that's the wrong API. What? Can't be. I wonder now. Should I not just use the... I see. think I need just to have that one, right? So because for some reason the other one doesn't work, the endpoint. Let's go back. Oh, wait a minute. It was a slash. Permission denied. Okay, fine, fair enough. Also permission denied. Okay, this is the same thing. So I need to get past this error, permission denied. Invalid subscription key or wrong API endpoint, blah, 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 provide a valid key for active. How do we get past this now? Because I'm kind of... Now this thing hangs as well. What's happening with my computer? This host, I wonder if I should put a host in. I don't think the host will work, right? What? I'm just trying a few things to see if this will work. What is even happening? YAML. Why? Permission denied. I need to have some permission somewhere. How do I do that? Permission denied. This thing is probably in context of something. I wonder if I need to give access. Let's go back one notch, right? So all these kind of things, the preview, that's the version number. Content upstream. So let's see if this, maybe it's a version thing. I don't know, maybe. It's the same. What? Okay. Maybe it's a different one then. No, this one is different. It can't be. It needs to be 3. It should be 3. But how can I not access? Valid request. Button. What's the error I get here? Permission denied. Wrong subscription key. Oh. There we go. That was a problem. That's the token. No, this will work. Accept it. Here we go. Now, very interesting. What we get back is this operation location, right? So this is the location that that the results are in. Okay. But what we'll do is we really just need to. I'm just going to copy the whole thing. Can I just copy the whole thing? And that's it, right? So cool. And I think we can just post. Oh, why is it pasting again? Just do that. Copy, paste. What? Copy, paste. I'm gonna paste my stuff. Come on. We need to go all the way here to copy it. Come on, man. What the hell? Jeez. Interesting. So this means there's a new request in HTTP land, right? So what else is it? Even collapsible? Actually, cool. So what cool is I want to grab this from the URL of the payload that comes back, right from the header. So I'll put that in a token, which is, what was it again? If it analyzes something, it's a result ID. Let's just maybe call this a result ID, right? How do you do that again with let me just quickly do a thing. It's variable. Just maybe open up this repo maybe here. That's maybe much better. From results or something, I don't know. I've seen it somewhere how we can system variables, request variables. File variables, custom variables. All right, so the variables here, you should be able to get it from the payload of the previous request. Prompt, interesting. So this we need to give it a name. Great comment. So the name here in this case is analyze document. Let's call it analyze, right? Response.body. Okay, fair enough. This is interesting. So probably be something like this. Oh, name not without an equal. So this like that. Okay. Okay, so that's the name. And then we have a variable called, what is a variable? Result ID. And that is that, which is analyze dot response, and I think headers, which is interesting. I don't want a whole, maybe I can, yeah. Result URL headers dot, what does it say again? If I just send a request, really? Really? This goes wonkers on me. What the hell? Send request. Operation location. That. So technically now I can just say results URL. Okay, so first let's go that one. We should get or something. Found result URL. Maybe operational. Let me just see what changes music a bit. Yeah. Let's go to, for instance, Dreambeats. Cool. So, oh, request ID. Is this the same? This is the same. That's the same. So I can just look for the request ID. Yeah. Analyze, dot response, dot headers, dot request ID. Look at that. And then KBM, please don't spam me. I'm sorry, I'm banning you. But anyway, I'm just let's copy this part. ID. And I'm going to do undo. I want this part there. This is the host. Okay. Host. Form Recogniser. This is the model, I suppose. Analyze result. Result ID. Want to be curly brackets. Cool. This is now a result ID again. I'm not sure what it means. APIM request ID. APIM request ID, which is that. Oh man, come on. APIM request. That one. Okay, I also need to post the whole thing in here as well, I believe, like that. Not found. Okay, so it is. Doesn't read the request ID. Oh, you know what? Result ID or something. Response.headers. What is this actually? I can't read this. Like this. Yeah. There we go. Right, so let's just do a fresh one, right? So a fresh request. That one does it. And then this one is a fresh request to, because the problem was that's a little $sign, right? In any case, what is inside here? Let's maybe just open up the response here to see. It succeeded. We get all this content, belasting, factuur, everything nice in text. And let's see. Invoices. We can actually just like collapse all of these things. How do I collapse all? So there's tables. Quantity hoeveelheid. Well, that's close enough, I would say. I move this here, and we can move this one here, right? That will work. Like maybe that. Can that work? Right. All right. So we have tables, which is it's a table. It's cool, but let's just see what we have. We have a table. We have styles. Is handwritten true? Well, it is. Okay, so what is this whole styles thing? Okay, that's styles, documents. It's an invoice, right? It recognizes as invoice. Great. Fields. Look at this. Look at this. How cool is this? Invoice date. 2020-05-01. 2020. Well, that's a mistake. Because that's 21st, I think. 01 2020. Well, okay. It's a minor mistake. Things happen, right? Let's go down. Confidence, they're not sure. Okay, fine. Invoice total. Very cool. 36,000 Rand. 36. Oof. Well, how did that happen? Well, the thing is, it's a bit confused because it has these commas and dots and stuff. So, but these kind of things will happen, right? It's anomalies, but it's close enough. Kind of tried to do the 0 there, but it couldn't really do the whole around it. So it's not 100% sure there. Great. Which is okay, fine. Items. The value array, object, currency. 2640. 2640. Very cool. That is accurate. Actually. That's the amount. Description. Doen to doen Awareen in various local municipalities. Different. Okay, so it kind of tries to this door-to-door municipalities. It kind of that's good. That's very cool. With different wards. Okay. Okay, well, that's cool. That's confidence. Okay, what do we have here now? It's a bunch of things. Number. 4,000. Where's the 4,000 coming now? Quantity 4,000. Where does it see 4,000? Oh, yeah. Okay, the quantity here. 4,000. Right. Not really sure about that, but fine. And this is where it also messes up. Kind of with the subtotal messes up stuff. Tax. Vendor address, which is pretty 187 John Beer Drive, Northcrest. Cool. This is people. It's fairly cool. Let's see if we can do another one. Let's find another one. Maybe a bit easier one. This one is not too bad, right? Copy image URL. Let's stick that in here. Boom, boom, boom. Oops. Cool. Will that work? New tab. Okay, send request. Accepted. Result. Let's see what it does. Williams Bookstore. Nice. Okay, so that's, when is this? 81. Okay, let's see if we can read 81 things. Pages, page number 1, words. Okay, so it's all these kind of things. Williams, blah, blah, blah. Content, we don't think, we don't want these things. Tables, row count, cells, column header, not this one. Styles, we don't want this. Documents, this is what we want. So invoice, customer address, string. This is fairly cool. SP, I think. Bounding boxes we can minimize. Customer address. Ellen Leonard. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, customer name, invoice date. You see things like this. It confuses the AI. We have like scribbles and say, is this now a 1 or is it a slash, right? And also scribble 2181 or 2/81. Because it's kind of, yeah. See, it confuses the AI completely. Not bad. This is quite great. Lasts of Chinese cooking. Great tastes of Chinese cooking. Okay, well, let's see if we can find a very quick other one. Other use case. Let's just go for a business card. This is easy. This one would be easy. Let's look one that's typical. Business card sample. Let's see what it gets. You see, this will be easy. This will be super easy. I mean, you can do that with OCR. Let's look one that's kind of looks interesting. You can just put a QR code on your business card. Come on. You know? I don't want designs. I just want to... Selfie. What did I expect? Business card photo. No. Real business card. This one is also probably cool. Flash. Okay, let's see if this works. But now the thing is that we're not in we need to use the business card, I think. References. And we need to go there. We need to go to the that one. Oh, it's just business card. Easy enough. Let's change this to business card, right? And this URL, put the URL in there. Accept it. Send. Running. Okay, it's still running. Oh, by the way, this is most probably using the long-running framework from ASP.NET or Azure Functions, whatever. While we're waiting, I think it's durable functions. Azure durable functions tasks or something like that called. Because what it does, it's for like a long running process, right? So it creates a task just like these things, and it gives you a location of what it will do. And then it's a status. In this case, it's running or it's completed. So in our case, it's probably not completed, but you know, that's the same pattern they follow, right? So just query that. That's okay. Exceeded. This is already probably there. And we need to put it next to us, right? So just one of these things, this one. All the content, analyze results, that's what we need. Pages we don't need, we don't really care. This is the business card. All right, let's see. Address. That's the address. Okay, it's fairly accurate. Well, company names, Lush. It kind of still tries to figure out if that's an apostrophe. Very cool. That's fixable. That's the website address, also in capitals, which is a problem. But anyway, that's the value phone number. Cool. It's pretty lawn plus. I wonder if it actually ignores that, but you can probably find it back here. Yeah. Lawn plus. So it reads that. It's quite interesting why it reads that as a enter, you know. But I think that's kind of enough for today. It's not, we haven't really coded, but we kind of opened Visual Studio Code, I suppose. Going forward, I really want to investigate this further to see, maybe in the next stream, we can figure out if we can build our own little, I wonder how complex this can be, is to create our own custom model. Template, neural custom template model. So what will happen if I do this and I say project, Fani custom model, continue, subscription, that one, sandbox, that one, use the latest version, continue, connect to training data source. Okay, well, what is that? I have no idea. Storage account. Now I need to make a storage account. There should be a storage account here. Demo. Let's just use that one. Let's just use that one. I don't know. I'm just like connected training data source. Connect to blob storage container. Oh well, okay. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just like clicking stuff. Let's see what it does. As a bonus before we end off, because we really want to see what will happen. Hell to access. Okay. You know what it is? It's probably samples of data. That's what it is. Samples. So in the next stream, what we'll do is we can actually build a little importer. Just what I'll do, I'll see if I can get some ink here. But what I want to do is I want to do a handwritten thing. So print out a proper, let's say, a job card or something, and then fill it in with hand, right? Then we have a scenario. We do like, probably we need more, but we'll do like 10 or 20 of them. I'll do that whenever. And then we'll upload it here, and it looks like it needs to train that model so it can map out these things. And we'll take it from there. So the next time we will actually look into those things. So I wonder who's online now. So maybe let's just go to see who is online here, because this is, I need to log in most probably. Again, I need to get the token most probably. Let's just do that there. Okay. Now, no one is online, I can see. Who are we going to? Hold on. Hi friends, I'm getting called by fellow family members. So no raid this time, but what we'll do, I will see myself out and then I'll see you later. Hello. Anyway, it was fun chatting with you guys, and it was fun doing like AI. Yeah. And in the next episode, we will dig down deeper into the custom models. See you again.